When you were growing up, did you know that you excelled at baseball and that this is where you were heading?
Well, truly, Ryan, I wanted to be an NFL quarterback. That was my dream. But I grew up on the east coast of Florida, and the high school that I attended was a very strong, football uh, high school. But they were not. They didn't run an offense that was one that would help grow a pro style quarterback. We ran right, ran left, and if it was third down, they'd passed, and that was about the extent of the offense that I could run because of the type of team we had.
Mm,
I'll just leave it at that.
I got you. I understand. That's kind of how it is around here. A lot of running. Um, so you excelled at baseball, obviously, because you were drafted eventually. When did you realize that, hey, I'm good?
Oh, I think by the time I was about 10 or 11, I mean, I started really, standing out above the crowd. I think the thing that I've always said, the thing that propelled me in sports the most and helped me to understand the correlation between winning and success and work ethic was a competition called punt, pass, and kick back in the day. And my dad exposed me to that competition, I think, when I was 7 years old, because if I remember right, it was 8 through 13. And he competed obviously in a punt, pass, and a kick total and with accuracy. But he said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And I said, "Yeah, that's pretty cool. You want to do it?" "Yeah, let's do it." Well, for dad played through high school and probably had the ability to play further, but he didn't have a dad that pushed him. So my dad learned to all he could about helping me in whatever I wanted to take on. And so punt, pass, and kick, he learned the basic skills of punting, passing, and kicking, and helped me practice. And we did practice year
Wow.
round. So, and I tell people honestly that I was probably pushed right to the level to that fine line, and where we have parents that are gone way overboard today, and then there's parents that are totally opposite, that are not involved in the kid's life at all, and that's another sad, totally sad side, but equally as sad, in my opinion. And but I do remember in baseball, we didn't have a catcher in B Little League. I was 7 years old and shouldn't have even been playing. But my dad brought home a bag, an army bag, green army bag full of this gear. And he dumped it on the living room floor and he said, "Why don't you try this on?" And because Mrs. Barker, my team coach, doesn't have a catcher. And so I strapped it all on and thought, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And so I caught for that team. And then when I moved into the 8 to 12-year-old, it was all in one group. So you're competing against 12-year-olds. I ended up in the outfield and center field, where I was told that my parents got tired of seeing me lay down in the outfield and draw in the sand and things of that nature. And then at 9, I got moved to short. And at 10 years old, I was competitive enough to take over the catching chores. And I never looked back. There's just nothing like that position.
Awesome. I always wanted to be a catcher, but I mean, it takes a lot of talent and it takes a lot of guts to stay back there.
Yeah, but to me, there is absolutely no position like it. You're the
Yeah.
quarterback on the field. So, if I couldn't be a quarterback in the NFL, I felt maybe subconsciously that was part of the reason I took the catching. Uh, I just dove into it because maybe it was sort of like being the quarterback in football.
Hmm. Awesome. So